Alright, let's see where we go. Let's do this thing.
There you go.
Sly and the Family Stone on RTHK Radio 3, and thank you for letting me be myself. That's in fact how it's spelled. It's 14 minutes past 11 o'clock for a Thursday morning. Somebody much groovier, two people much groovier for you to meet now. Firstly, the lovely Olivia Mok. How are you? Good to see you.
Good to see you.
And what are you doing? Giving up your violin, posh Juilliard violinist singing jazz.
Well,
Jazz.
I think I got into it this summer.
Did you?
I heard a couple of YouTube videos. Stefan Grappelli and Mark O'Connor.
Awesome. Mark O'Connor, he sat in your chair. He actually sat in the chair you're sitting in now.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no kidding. Chris Polanco here. Good to see you. Welcome back.
Good morning. How you doing, Phil?
From Azuka Latina of Days Gone By.
That's right.
And you've branched out so much, haven't you?
I know. The thing is just like...
It had to happen.
That's Hong Kong.
It had to happen. Now, last time we met, you were doing a collective with some guys doing like canto stuff or something.
Yeah.
And you were. Do you remind me what it was?
Well, it was like first of all, it was a great experience. It was like a very mixed things, culture mix with Latin music and canto pop, and
I could tell you were a producer too because you wore some big shades when you came in here. And scar and everything. It was,
you see,
what a lovely pairing, you two working together. I mean, I know it's probably born out of fun, but really good. But I wasn't joking, Olivia. Here's you studying violin classically. It's always really refreshing to meet a muso who can honestly cross the gap.
Yeah, I think it's very difficult for a classical musician to transition into jazz and other things, especially since we're trained to read from the score and just see and play exactly what we see. But I think this summer I told myself that, no, I'm going to do something different. I want to get out of my comfort zone, and so I just started going out and gigging.
That was it?
And yeah, that was it. And I was terrible at first, and after a while I kind of got the hang of it. You know, I took a few lessons and improvisation and listened to a few videos.
What do you, Chris, come in on this one, you know, the sort of musicology side of things here.
I'm here.
In this day and age, you know, whenever you sort of think of classical musicians, you do think of guys learning studiously from the score. Yeah. But the other day I met this guy who specialises in improvising in a classical style, like they would have done it in the late 17s. They would improvise.
Yeah.
And he says the years have just put too many rules on everything. Like Mozart, Clementi, all these guys, they would jam. They would jam. You know, Bach was an awesome jazzer, if you think about it.
He was. He's one of the greats. He's one of the best.
But you know,
he just happened to be white, so his career didn't take off. Anyway, lovely. What do you think about that? What's it done for your straight playing, do you think?
Well, I really think that it's made me a better musician. I really think that all classical musicians should at least try something that isn't classical in order to be a better musician, because it teaches them to think outside of the box. It's like when you get like 6 chords and then you're like...
But there are only 4 chords.
Don't talk too loud.
C, F, G, and A minor.
Your teacher's outside. Don't say that too loud.
1, 4, 5, 1 chords.
That's it. That's all there is. That's it, isn't it? Yeah. So carry on. Tell me a bit more about this. It's a real sort of I don't know, release for you.
It is. I think I've opened up a lot more to other different kinds of music. Usually, I used to be just classical, totally classical, like, you know, all Asian kids, you know, they all start up playing the violin and the piano. And
but here's the secret: it's only so Mummy can show off to her friends, and then if you decide to do it for your profession, you are out.
No, don't do it now.
That's pretty much what's happening.
I don't mean you. This program comes with a rider. But there's the psychology there. There's the anthropology of that one for you. Kids, if you're a local Hong Kong kid and you're being forced to play the piano, don't get good at it. That's basically all we can say.
That's our advice. Please mark it down. Write it down, kids.
What about from the other end here? Here's a guy like you steeped in sort of what we used to call sort of ethno music, Latino music, and world music. And you know, what do you think about crossing this boundary?
Well, I switch a lot. Like I used to do only Latin music because like that's where I come from.
Truly.
Dominican Republic. But just like being in Hong Kong, pretty much in Pil Fresco. First
that's where they are tonight.
Yeah, they were gonna be there tonight. Gave me a lot of what you said, like open yourself to learn new things. So I've been involved.
Cantonese.
Yeah, including Cantonese.
This guy, he has a Chinese name. That's amazing.
Yeah, I've been involved with all this Cantonese thing, doing tours, but at the same time, like opening to jazz as well, because of, you know, it's jazz and Latin music. they have some stuff in common. It's all that improvisation that you can do.
Like 1, 4, 5, and 1.
Yeah. I didn't want to say it, but yeah.
Jazz and opera are the two things that people can recoil at. They'll go, oh, I don't like that. I don't like jazz because you know,
it's very
when people think of jazz, they think of like squeaky gate, out there contemporary stuff.
Yeah.
And it's scary. It is scary though.
In some point, yeah. Well, for me, for example, if I see jazz players, I want to play in front of them. I'll be like, oh no, I can't do it. But yeah, I mean, like we improvise and stuff like that. We do it, still do it.
Well, it's great that you two met and you're sharing your totally different worlds of music.
That's right.
So what's the product that comes in between?
Well, it's actually a very, very nice product because we.
I do my violin on top of your.
Yeah.
You do play violin as well, and
yeah, I do a lot of improv.
Yeah, okay. Violin. She's just great improvising stuff. Doing don't say no. And then like yeah, doing that with Latin music as well. And at the same time, we have some stuff prepared for tonight that you have to come and see it.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I want to play something from your new CD because I've still got your old one.
Okay, nice.
That's actually a cassette tape. So
Oh my goodness.
no, it was just Chris Polanco's Azuka Latino, right?
That's right.
And you were playing on these cheap old synthesizers.
Oh, in the synthesizer. Oh.
Not true, not true. Your new one, My Music Road. Let's hear it. Look, can I just put on track 1? Tell me what it is.
Please.
What are we going to hear?
We're having. I'm having 2 CDs in one. One is a Latin CD, and the other one is more like pop mixed with something else. If you're playing the Latin stuff, the first one's gonna be ahora tú. That means now you. I mean, you did something now, something like that.
Let's have a listen now to where. Oh, and can we find some of you playing the violin on YouTube? Yes, I'm going to do that. Right.
Oh yeah.
We'll come back in just a second and see where these guys meet in the middle. Olivia and Heather. Do you know? I love it. I love it when instruments that you think are going to be one thing end up playing something completely and utterly different. I mean, jazz, yeah. Django, of course, the gypsy jazz, amazing.
Yeah.
There's only one exception to that. The bassoon should never be played in anything except the orchestra. That's the only exception.
Bassoon.
I tell you, I remember when I was at music college, it was when they started synthesizers, and they were still synths that, it wasn't that long ago, by the way. Synthesizer, and you can, you know, the monophonic ones, you get the Moogs and things, you could only play one.
Yeah,
and
one.
All these boffins were in this lab, and it's all wired up, everything, all over the place. No, really 80s. And there was a sign on the wall that said, anybody caught screwing with this stuff will be made to listen to the Weber Bassoon Concerto.
Wow!
What
that's
torture!
painful.
What torture!
Do we have time to hear a little bit of some live stuff? We've got about 3 minutes here before then.
We can do
You
something.
don't have to?
Sure.
Oh, she would love to.
Over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Ooh, someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops, and that's where you find me, somewhere over the rainbow. The bluebirds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. Why, oh why can't
And that's how it's done. Well done, guys. Fantastic. Spot the producer, 90 seconds, perfect. Nice. Once more, where and when and how can we find you online?
Well, we're gonna be tonight first. First of all, if you want to find me physically tonight, Bill Frisk at 9 o'clock.
I have a page on Facebook. It's Olivia Dawn DAWN Mok MOK.
All right. Cool. And
how do we find you?
How do we find you?
Well, we could,
not physically.
Well, you can find me in every concert.
Every street corner.
CandelaPromotion.com. CANDELA. Promotion. .com.
That's good enough, and the great news is there is a cream for that. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
I just got a few seconds, then I've got to get to the news. Hold on.